Hello, everyone. This is Lucy Bayonne speaking from the Monaco Government Tourist Office in New York. And I am very pleased today to introduce Kathleen Kelly, Director of North America of Monte-Carlo, Société de Bains de Mer, otherwise known as Monte-Carlo SBM, who will be conducting a webinar on her properties today. Before we start, I would just like to remind you that there is a Q&A section, and it is available for any questions you may have at any time. And the webinar is being recorded right now and will be posted on the visitmonaco.com website at the end of the webinar. Hi, Kathleen.
Hi, Lucy. Thanks so much for the intro. I think I want to start and just take everyone right away to Monte-Carlo, and I've tried to do that with the screen, so I assume that everyone can see. There we are on Casino Square. And if we could really transport ourselves to Monte-Carlo, you'd hear sounds like this today. And that's because we are in the time trials for the Formula One Grand Prix. So that is indeed happening this weekend. I pointed out to you because you could catch some glimpses of Monaco watching it on TV. More and more Formula One fans are coming to America, so it's exciting to know that it has coverage. And there's also a film festival happening down the way. So look for some scenes of Monte-Carlo. And I share with you because a lot of people say, wait a minute, Monaco, isn't that where you have a royal family, a casino, and I think a Formula One? And those are not stereotypes, but really iconic images that hold true of our destination. So the first race was in 1929. That's 86 years ago. And one of the main reasons why it's considered to be so famous is the Grand Prix races throughout our streets. So it has hills, curves, and a tunnel. And one race driver who won more than 3 races says that a win in Monte-Carlo is worth 2 wins anywhere else. And I'll scroll through here and let you know that this presentation that I'm using today is hosted on our website. So you're free to revisit it, to play around with it, or even use it yourself for clients. And it's what we call our 360 tour, as you can navigate all around and see the destination. But I think it shows and highlights for you very clearly that we are a small country and everything's quite compact. So we're going over to look at the harbor and this area up here that is considered the Rock or the Old Town of Monte-Carlo. Something very exciting happened there just 2 weeks ago, if you've seen that in the newspapers, and that was a baptism of our royal twins, Jack and Gabriella. As Lucy said and introduced me, thank you, I'm Kathleen Kelly. I've been working for the SBM for a little more than 10 years in our New York office. And for those of you who I've not met or you've been working with Megan Hussey, I just want to remind you of our team. So it's myself, Megan, and Roberto who work here in our New York office to take care of our North American clients. I see on our list today we have people who know SBM well and others who are quite new. So I think it's best if I give you an overall story of who we are in the destination and try to hit the highlights because there's quite a bit with 4 hotels. But let's start with the Hotel de Paris. So as you see on the presentation, I can just click and we are brought to the lobby of the Hotel de Paris. This property opened in 1863. That was when we were in Civil War here in America, so it's important to think about that. And you're hearing some things about the Hotel de Paris these days. Mainly, it's undergoing a renovation program. It's a massive project. We are adding to the hotel. We are modernizing aspects of the hotel, but we are not changing this lobby that we're looking at together right now. It's a historic landmark. It's something that we love very much in the company. It's the first Palace Hotel on the Riviera. And of a little fun fact, it's also the first hotel in the world to have a bathroom in each room. You might say, why is that such a big deal? Well, at that time period, that was the epitome of luxury. You may have endured a 3- or 4-day train ride to get to your destination, so to have a private bathroom was really something very special. I want you to see this part of the hotel and take a look here at our dining options, pardon me, and be comforted that the hotel during the renovation program is operating as a boutique property. So 40 rooms are still open. The dining areas are still available for your clients and for your groups, and mainly so is our Empire Room, which you'll get a little glimpse here of the meeting space you could be using if you chose to stay in another property. These rooms are available, but here, we'll pause at the Empire Room. This is our gala dining room. It's a very special place to have a James Bond or 5-star evening, and really for us in the meeting industry, really simple to plan a dinner because this gold leaf chandelier room overlooking Casino Square is just ready for your event. This is exactly how it would be set for either royal banquets or for our group business. Lucy, I'm going to turn it over to you and just say, do we have any questions or anything that I could address, or can we go on to the Hotel Hermitage?
Not right now. You can go on, Kathleen.
Okay, thanks. I'm not able to see necessarily if you all have the questions, so I'll jump back to Lucy a few times as we do that. But we're going to move right now to the Hotel Hermitage, and if we continue our story, we've moved it up to 1901. So imagine a hotel that was actually separate little inns, then was connected and became this palace property. The lobby that we're looking at here is our designated group lobby. This is a really special feature of the hotel. Again, a landmark room designed by Gustav Eiffel and really serves as the nucleus for any of our group programs. So you have a satellite check-in, you have an area for your registration desk, you have an area to plan excursions and events, all centered around this gorgeous, beautiful room built in 1901. We have a lot of different terms that people share with us when they stay at the Hermitage. So together we're going to look at some of our rooms, and I'll tell you that people say it's cozy, it's romantic, it's charming, and we agree with all of those terms. We're happy to say that Condé Nast readers voted us the best hotel in Monaco, but I want to talk more about this property for our specific group business, and that's to point out to you that we are happy to have the groups. Our room inventory is 280 rooms. Many people enjoy the discreet feeling of the Hermitage and forget how large it is. So 150 to 200 doubles is something that we can easily accommodate. And we have a general manager who's eager to have that group business. If we want to talk about pricing, this hotel for 2016 is priced around €385 in the high season, so we could even go down from there. So a lot of people are surprised to hear that and say, oh, wow, that's actually more affordable than what I was looking at in Italy or in Paris. So enjoy seeing this leading hotel of the world, 5-star palace property, and know that it might just fit in your budget when you thought perhaps it didn't. In addition to this hotel that we're talking about is a well-being spa center that we're jumping to now that is shared with the Hotel de Paris. So imagine a corridor that you can easily access from either property, and it takes you to a 70,000 square foot facility. Inside is the fitness center that we're looking at right now, is thermal pools and treatment centers. It's 6 floors, so the best way for me to describe the full capacity is to tell you that 45 people can enjoy 2 to 3 treatments in a half-day time period. Again, 70,000 square feet. Really nice feature is the fitness center and the indoor swimming pool is complimentary for guests. So when you have free time on a program or you want to have a half-day, your way, you could have them go to the spa without an additional charge. That is definitely different from travel throughout the U.S. where you pay to access, a small room with a treadmill. New for the spa is the terrace area that we now will privatize for groups. So we have yet another section of our properties where you could have a cocktail party. This Hotel de Paris, Hotel Hermitage, which we're back to the lobby, and the spa, really highlight what we call the historic part of our company. And I think it's a good idea to pause here on it and let you know. We talked a little bit about pricing. I gave you a euro price because the dollar is so strong right now, and that's how clients have been purchasing. But we do also offer our dollar packages that the tourism board, thanks again, Lucy, has put together for us. So if you care to stay with me, we're going to leave this historic area, and we're going to go down to the seaside section of SBM. So I'm going to click here on the Monte-Carlo beach, and we're going to jump up to the late 20s, and that would be the Great Gatsby era, the Roaring 20s, the Flappers, and that's when we, SBM, built this property. I'm scrolling around just so you can see the region. A lot of people think, wow, this is something so very relaxing and Mediterranean-focused in Monte-Carlo. And if you can bear with it as we turn, I want you to see what the distance was. We're not that far away. We're about a 5-7 minute ride on the shuttle or 15-20 minute walk. So we were up here in Casino Square, and we've come all the way down to the Monte-Carlo Beach. This area here is actually a club for the summer season where people come to sunbathe and to access the Mediterranean, or spend time at the Olympic-sized swimming pool, or stay in the discreet 40-room hotel, 40. I know there's somebody here on the line that has capitalized on the size of it and is using it as a buyout, and I remind you that that's available in the spring or fall season to do so. But as we go inside the Monte-Carlo Beach Hotel, I want to tell you that the metamorphosis taking place here is not just about the property and the rooms that have been redone, but really a focus that's been led by our chef. And he would not be happy that I can't seem to get in the front door. Let's go a different way and get into the hotel. Monte-Carlo Beach, thank you. And here we are. We'll go into the lobby. So Chef Starry joined our company a few years ago and had the real desire to celebrate the region. And by that, he's well aware that this area of Monaco and the surroundings has long been an agricultural location in the world, that we benefit from the weather with everything from the olive trees to the lemon groves to tomatoes to lavender fields. And he said he is going to open a restaurant, which he did, and manage an entire property with a 100% organic focus. The rules are quite stringent in Europe. To be 100% bio is a very aggressive project, so we had to get quite cozy with the farmers in the area and make his own relationships to get all of his products. But not only has he managed to run this entire beach club as 100% organic, but Chef Starry also won a Michelin star for doing so. That just came to him 2 months ago, and it's the first in the world to be awarded a Michelin star for a pure organic menu. In fairness, and I'd love to turn it over to all of you that are doing the listening, there is one item that he has to import that he cannot get local, and it's only fair to tell you what it is. Can anybody imagine what it is and type it to Lucy? So let me know if anybody can guess what that might be. And why we do that, I'm going to show you some of the rooms here at the Monte-Carlo Beach. So these have direct access to the outside. All 40 rooms overlook the sea. You certainly feel like you're in a private home because of the size of it, and it definitely promotes any type of networking or preserves privacy when corporate groups are entertaining customers or having a high-level incentive and want to be together. Did anyone figure out what that might be, Lucy?
No, everybody's shy today.
Okay. The answer is coffee, and I had a Starbucks gift card for anybody who could come up with it, but coffee is the one item that the chef has to import because you certainly couldn't have a restaurant that close to Italy without coffee. And our story continues, and I want to take you lastly to our Monte-Carlo Bay Hotel. I'm going back this way because we had that little technical glitch. And a lot of exciting things are happening at the Monte-Carlo Bay. It's 10 years old in October. And we opened this property in 2005 with an eye for accommodating a lot of our modern business requests, people who needed more meeting rooms or more flexible breakout spaces, things that clients didn't ask for in 1901. But the truth is the hotel has become loved by our incentive clients. And I think the reason is it provides the perfect soft landing for your groups that are comfortable with Hawaii, comfortable with the Caribbean. They think they're ready for Europe, but they're not quite sure if they want to be in a Palace Hotel and in a jacket every day. They want to come somewhere like this, the Bay Hotel, where they can be in their jeans, where they can be relaxed. They want an atmosphere that's a little more sexy, I would even say, but still be in the heart of Monte Carlo. So you have a lower price point. You have this private terrace in every room. You have 334 rooms, so it's a bit larger. And it's really been a success with our West Coast clients, with our tech clients, and they've really enjoyed coming to Monte Carlo. And of course, I remind you that you're part of the SBM family when you stay here, so you still have access to the Hermitage and to that beautiful gold leaf room that we looked at the Hotel de Paris. It's not as if you're limited to stay on property. So I think for those reasons, the Monte Carlo Bay Hotel here has had great success over the last 10 years. And I thank you, those on the phone that have helped us reach this milestone. It's still the baby in our collection, but we're so proud to have it. And competition is a good thing. The chef here has also won his Michelin star. And I'll tell you a bit about him because he is from, well, while I do that, I'm going to take you up to the spa and fitness center here because the Bay Hotel is really a resort within a resort. The chef here at the Monte-Carlo Bay is from the French Caribbean, and so his food has a lot of inclusion of fresh produce. You see more of the mangoes, you see different colors, you see him incorporate fruit into the dinner menu, open kitchen, and the reason he became a chef is he grew up in a large family, more than 11 siblings, and he said the only time he could have quiet or be alone was to go with his grandmother to the market. So we're thrilled to have him. We're very happy to have him at our 4-star property, but darn it, he had to go ahead and get a Michelin star and even elevate that. So that means now we have a Michelin star restaurant in all 4 of our properties, which we're excited to have. We talked about the Grand Prix happening right now, but there's also a lot that happens down here near the sporting club. One moment and I'll take you there, and that's to remind you of our Salle des Étoiles, our Room of the Stars. It sits on the same peninsula as the Bay Hotel. It hosts our summer concert series every year in Monaco. It's a beloved venue for up to 900 people when you have a big awards night or a gala night. It's a dream venue when you are hiring Name Entertainment because the stage and the lighting and the AV is all built in for you. And when I say Name Entertainment, I'll give you an idea. This summer we kick off on July 4th, and it's Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett. So definitely big stars that come and perform. That's why we call it the Room of the Stars, and we use it for your stars as well. So that's really our seaside, more modern area of SBM and of Monaco. Remember, 1930 on would be the younger part of our company. But if I take you back up to the casino and Casino Square, it's fair to say that's where it all began, because that was the very first project of the company. The casino was built first. It was considered a very avant-garde idea. Would people really come and travel all the way just to gamble? And the answer was yes, and that answer was yes 152 years ago, and the answer remains yes today. We can use parts of the casino, which is also a historic room and much more of an art museum than just a place to gamble with your group programs. That was a quick overview of SBM, but I know these webinars are difficult to stop your workday. I really appreciate that you did so you could join us. And I'm really willing to answer more questions or talk more if anybody wants to. Otherwise, I think, Lucy, we can wrap that up and say thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. No questions for now, but they can always email you. Your email is kathleen@sbmny.com, correct?
Correct.
And I will let you know if I receive any questions, too. Thank you so much, Kathleen, for a great presentation. And the webinar will be available on our website, and I will send everybody a link. Thank you. Bye-bye.